Oh, I'm coming for you.
Feel me like a Hellcat.
How's it going, everybody? My name is Spazzo21, and welcome back to the Goodbye series. This is one goodbye that I'm happy to say goodbye to. Well, I said goodbye like a few years ago, but I would like to say it again. PBS Kids Go, the place where the grown-ups do not watch this shit. They just put it on and let their kids watch it. I come to tell you how trash the show is. So, if you have grown up watching this shit, you can hate on with me by leaving a like. Let's begin. So, PBS Kids Go is a kids show. It's like Nick Jr., but all Nick. It's just old shit cartoons like Caillou, Clifford, Puppy Days, Word Girl, Super Y, Arthur, Sid the Science Kid, and fucking Curious George. Now, there are some good shows on here. Curious George and, Curious George was the only one I liked watching. But they had Sesame Street, too. What the fuck? Yo, being honest with you guys, this show is, this whole thing is shit. Let's start with Arthur. Another one. Arthur is a shit show. I mean, legit, there are moments in there where it does not make sense. And DW? You need to go suck a fucking dick. You need to go die in a hole. You are the worst character and most annoying character of all. Now, Caillou! You know, we've been roasting you. You became a meme. You bald-headed freak motherfucker. You are legit a crybaby. You bitch about, like, not going to the bloody... I think it was the fair or the carnival. Or the fucking whatever you were going to, but you threw a tantrum because it wasn't that day. Now, one, you need to get your days right, too. You need to grow some fucking hair. You are a piece of fucking shit. Again, that is a shit show. Do not watch it. The animation is, like, terrible as hell. Someone's like, could you do better? I probably could, because I can actually fill in the whole page of the fucking show. Now, those are just the old ones I like criticizing, because I grew up watching them. Another one that I watched years later is like Sid the Science Kid. Oh my god. This kid, I can't. Makes me so, it triggers me. But getting into it, he has the same goddamn day every day. I don't know how he doesn't lose insanity, but he's like legit, he's super like annoying. I want to know if he has like autism or something. I don't like doing that, but legit, that's what he makes me feel like, and it makes me feel sorry for him because he's like dumb as fuck. But in the show, it doesn't really look like he does, but he acts like it, and he acts like the most dumbest question. He's like, I have a question for today, and the school just magically has the answer. What the fuck does that... Like, when I have a question, I don't go to school and like, oh, it's there. It's his school does... Why... If your school does that, your school needs to get with my school and do that shit. So when I have a question of life, it just gets answered. And you use science and shit. And I'm like, oh my god. And the grandma pisses me off too. Like, what the fuck? I hate the grandma. Like, to hell. But that's enough of that show before I, like, lose my temper and break my mic. But another show, my last, like, I'm going to talk about a few more shows that I just found really ridiculous and stupid. Let's go with Super Y. Super Y seems to be the show that no one really criticizes. This is the dumbest of all shows I've seen. It's basically main characters except Y. Legit, they name their kid Y. Oh, what's the name of the story? Y. What the fuck? Who names their kid Y? No one does that shit. What the fuck? Legit, I am legit pissed at this kid. He's like, oh, I don't know what to do. I'm like, what story are you from? I feel like you're Jack and the Beanstalk, because why the hell would you ever get beans from a fucking guy for a cow? Like, what the fuck? But that's where I feel like he's coming from. That's my theory. I don't think he might be. But there's like a pig. There's a girl with skates, and they have a problem. So they go into a storybook and fix someone else's problem, and then it solves their problem at the same time, which I do not get. Why the hell does that have to happen? Oh, every story has an answer to it. I'm like, bitch, you're going to run out of stories to go to. Like legit, they like to use like old folktale and stuff. Like Snow White, Princess, the Three Pigs, like shit stories like that. You know you're gonna run out, and then you're gonna have to make situations up and reuse them. And don't get me started with Bob the Builder. Oh my god. But there were some good shows. I will say there were some good shows. I like Cyber Chase. That was really good for my young age. Clifford was, but the OG motherfucker was Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood. That was my OG. I liked him more than anybody on the show. But yeah, there was like shows that just really don't make sense. I mean, and then like legit, they have Sesame Street, they have Fetch with Rough Man. Curious George, I can't be mad at that. But there's some shows that are just like, I'm getting triggered because they believe I'm this stupid. Now they're like, the little kids are, no, this is for the little kids. I know, but when I was a little kid, I didn't really need these shows. This is one of the reasons why I turned off my TV and went outside when I was a child. Not seeing this bullshit shows. Not watching these bullshit shows. Legit, hate them. I cannot tell you how many times I've turned off this TV because they ask you like the dumbest question that even a 1-year-old could probably like point to with its small finger. Legit, I got triggered so many times watching this goddamn show, and that's why I said goodbye when I was like 7, because I hated that show. I hated it. I hate PBS Kids. PBS Kids and PBS Kids Go. I don't care which one you want to fucking call them. They are a terrible show. And they, like, bring Cat in the Hat and shit. Like, what the fuck? Like, I can't. I am triggered. Triggered to, like, the max. But, anyways, guys, thanks for tuning in for another Goodbye series. I have done my rant. And I am fueled with rage for the rest of the day. So, anyway, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. As always, outro now.